People have asked me if I have PTSD or stuff like that. At this point, no, but who knows? You know, it could affect people later. When the glass shattered, I kind of stepped back and I didn't know what happened initially.
I'm here in the Pālolo Valley neighborhood where Caroline Sasaki had her home hit by a 3,000-pound boulder on January 28, 2023 at around 11 p.m. She says it was scary and shocking, but it hasn't necessarily been a surprise to her community, which has been voicing concern about loose boulders for years.
We were upset even before this happened. Our situation, I've had neighbors who've contacted councilmen, representatives, senators to look into the situation. It's been ongoing for many years that the boulders are getting loose and starting to fall. There's other situations where boulders have come down. There was a landslide on the North Shore where the rocks are falling and it closed the road. So it's an issue that needs to be addressed by all parties that are involved.
We reached out to Honolulu City Council member Calvin Say, who represents the district that includes Pālolo Valley, to find out more about the problem. He says erosion is a growing issue in many communities.
The weather conditions, climate change, the stormy rains that we have, the persistent wind that we have, all of this may have contributed or have contributed to the erosion surrounding that big boulder. It's also the fact that sometimes in a natural disaster, they have a word they call azure, meaning act of God. If it's the act of God, it's very hard to have any form of litigation because you will never know if your property will be held accountable or liable for a boulder that falls through one's home.
Councilmember Say says he has heard from many of his constituents about the issue, and the county government is looking into possible solutions.
We have contractors that the state and the county has hired to maintain those boulders where they are at. But it is because you have wire fencing. Wire fencing, not meaning wire fencing that you just put up vertically. No, these wire fencing will be at the bottom or at the tip of where the boulder is, close to the ground. What I would like to see is that maybe in the future, and I apologize to all the private landowners, that there is no more development on the sides of the mountains. I think maybe we should have a drone to map out, are there boulders in our property that we have versus the other side of the property line that other private owners have.
Natural disasters like these pose not only physical harm, but long-term mental and emotional harm on people too. Sasaki says she hopes her story will inspire others to prepare for the unthinkable.
People have asked me if I have PTSD or stuff like that. At this point, no, but who knows? It could affect people later. All my life, basically, 65 years, and it's never happened. But now, talking to other people, I found out that it has happened. It's just not newsworthy because there was no video. Luckily, we had a video that shows exactly what can happen.
Building fencing and using drones to identify potentially risky boulders will likely take some time. For now, we can spread awareness to the people of Hawaii. This is Isabella Seaman from Highlands Intermediate for HIKI NŌ on PBS Hawaiʻi.